What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you all today? Welcome to another episode of Phenomenal Views. I, of course, am your host, Nick Smith. I mean, of course I'm the host. Who else runs this show? Yes, but welcome back to another episode of Phenomenal Views. Like I said, I am your host, Nick Smith, and this is my review for Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Now, just to clarify, I love this series. I read all 3 books last summer before Mockingjay Part 1 came out. I was so thrilled when I got to watch Part 1. I thought it was great. And I was ready for Part 2, and I was always wondering how are they going to do a certain couple of scenes. And when I watched the movie, I was blown away. But I did have my issues. So, before I start this video, before I start going into spoiler territory, if you do not want to know what happens in this video, please leave now because I'm going to go into some spoiler territory. So, I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Okay, so if you guys left the video, what did you think of the movie? Please put in the comments below what you thought of it, because I really want to know. And for those who are staying, let's get into it. So, Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 is a continuation of, obviously, Mockingjay Part 1. This one is about this one takes place after Peeta made Katniss, after he strangled Katniss and she passed out. And throughout this whole entire movie, Jennifer Lawrence does an amazing job. She is an amazing actress. And she's honestly, her and Emma Stone are my 2 favorite actresses. And I really cannot wait to see more of what they do with their careers, because they are such phenomenal actresses. And Jennifer Lawrence shows. But this is pretty much what happened after that. They're trying to figure out how they can get Peeta back to normal. They're also trying to figure out what they can do to take down Snow, and they're still trying to bring him down. And with a lot of stuff that happens in the movie, Katniss is like, I'm done. I'm gonna kill Snow. I've had enough. And it really does show through Jennifer Lawrence's acting and determination that this character will do anything to kill Snow. And I thought that was a brilliant transaction from the book character to the film. I loved all the characters. Probably my only gripe with this movie was Peeta. And not because the actor did a bad job or anything like that. It was because I felt like they solved Peeta's troubles too soon. Like in the book, I'd have to go back and read it, but just through the book, like, they go about like how it takes him much longer to someday get somewhat back to normal. And Peeta never does really get back to normal, at least not that I can remember from the book. But the actor does an amazing job. But now let me tell you about what this movie is good with. It is good with suspense. There are some scenes where I got scared. And it's not because like it focused on, you know, horror aspects, but there was just some things you felt like you were in another Hunger Games. Whereas 2 is my favorite because I like the arena. With Part 2 of Mockingjay, when they're going to try to assassinate President Snow, they say like how they have a lot of these pods in the city. And when they're walking through the city, like, every corner is a death trap, and you're wondering, oh my gosh, and like it's filled with so much suspense because you wonder what's gonna pop out here, what's gonna pop out there, and they do some jump scares, but it works because you really do feel like you're in an arena. And when they are just walking and each of the traps gets set off one by one, you're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen next? And it was great. It was really good. When they're running from Snow and they have to eventually go down into the sewers, we come across these people known as mutts, or we come across these things as mutts. Now, I never really understood what mutts were. I don't know if they were another pod, another trap, but in the book, I believe my friend Sierra told me, like I said, it's been a while since I've read the book, but Sierra said that they're more described as dog-like people, and in this movie, they make me think of Thrall. For those who have played Destiny, Thrall is what you encounter when you're either on the moon or somewhere on Earth, in Russia, on Earth. And it made me think of Destiny. I was like, so Hunger Games is canon to Destiny? Hey, here's a new idea. Make a Hunger Games DLC pack for Destiny. I mean, come on, you've already made it. You've already made Hunger Games canon with Destiny. Might as well do it. But, that was honestly really my problem. Those were the only two things. Were the fact that I think that they should have drug out Peeta's suffering a little bit more, and his... Because, like, throughout the whole entire book, they're trying to find what memories are fake and what memories are real. And that was great. But, like, you would have times, like, where Peeta would strike. He would go to him trying to kill Katniss or something like that. And I don't feel like they did enough of it. I don't know if it's just because I read the book, and maybe they ran out of time, because the movie is over 2 hours. It's 2.5 hours. But I feel like if maybe they would have dragged it out more, it would have been... Because it honestly kind of feels like a side note. It is an important story arc, and they do focus on it. Like, they have things like where he's asking what memories are real and what memories are fake, and that was good too. But I honestly just feel like if they would have dragged it out a little bit more, instead of him snapping back into it, I just felt like it was a little too soon. But other than that, the movie I thought was good. Julianne Moore was a great President Coin. I hated her in this movie. I liked her in the second one, but throughout more, the character wants to be the next Snow, pretty much. And throughout the whole entire book, Katniss is wanting to kill Snow, but when we find out that Coin is just like Snow, but possibly maybe worse. But there was one scene that I was really curious on how Jennifer Lawrence was going to do it, and I thought she did brilliant with, you know, like I said, there is going to be some spoilers, but with the death of her sister, I honestly, like, because they were having all the people, because of where Katniss and all the Resistance, I'm just going to call them the Resistance, or the Rebellion or whatever, they were coming to... Katniss and Gale were sneaking off to try to get towards Snow, and then all of a sudden, like, they see these pods, and I was like, are they turning this into another Hunger Games? What's going on? And then they bombed everyone, and Prim was there, and I was like, what? That's it? That's all they're doing? Because I honestly got disappointed for a little bit. I was like, so that's all they're going to do? They're not going to have any repercussions? They're not going to do anything else? And finally, when everything was said and done, when Katniss could finally go home, she is in her house. It's just her now. I guess her mom's staying in the Capitol or whatever. And she's staying in the house, and she sees the cat, and it's meowing, and she's like, she's gone. And then she just has this emotional breakdown, and I was like, that's what I was looking for. That is what I was wanting. And it was, you know they say good comes to those who wait, and I really felt like I kind of thought they were going to do something with it, but I don't know. I guess I was just a little upset that they didn't do something right after, because she did just lose her sister. But when they finally had Jennifer Lawrence have that breakdown, finally lash out and cry and break down of her losing her sister, I was like, that's what I was looking for. That was great. Jennifer Lawrence has really outdone herself. But one other thing, I will say I do like the ending of this more than the book, just because the way how I remember it, the book kind of ends depressingly, or at least that's how it came off to me, because Katniss for the rest of her life is having to basically help Peeta get back to normal. And the way how the book ended, to me it came off as like, he never really got back to normal. I had to tell him what was real. I'd have to go back and read it. But the way how they ended this book is that her and Peeta eventually they get married, I guess, or they have kids, and you see that everything's resolved. And for once, Katniss is happy. Peeta is happy. They have 2 beautiful children, and it was just so good. Now, just because I did not like what happened to Snow in the book, I don't know, I guess this movie kind of shone some light on things I didn't really understand in the book. like, why did Snow get killed by the people and not by Katniss? Because I was really wanting Katniss to kill Snow. And when President Coin finally decides we're going to have another Hunger Games, and they got a few people's agreements and disagreements, and Katniss was like, let's have another Hunger Games for Prim. And when she's like, I get to kill Snow, I am the one who kills him, I was like, oh, yes, let's see, are they going to change it? And when she was like, when Clone was like, Mockingjay, shoot your arrow, may it soar, whatever, dialogue. And when she shoots, and she changes and she shoots it at Clone, I was like, I was like, okay, that was awesome. Now, what I said earlier about how the movie kind of shined some light on things in the book, I did not really understand the talk in the book that Katniss had with Snow, and turns out that Coin has been playing them the whole time, and I didn't really understand that. I was like, well, why did she shoot Coin? That doesn't make any sense. But in the movie aspect, it does. That this whole time she's been using this to rise to power, to become the next Snow. And she says, I'm going to be better than him. We're going to have a better and brighter world. And then it makes sense that all the people are charging and coming after Snow. And all in all, it was good. The only, like I said, there was those only two gripes that I had. Was the fact that I don't think that they should have made Peter's transformation a little bit longer, and it should have had more effect. Although on the good side, in the very first scene of the movie, we see that her windpipe has been damaged big time. The doctor says that her windpipe was swollen because he squeezed so hard, and it was just hearing her talk for the beginning of the movie. I was like, oh, I love you, Jennifer Lawrence, but please stop talking. You're making me hurt because of her damaged throat. I was like, oh gosh. But now the end credits, I'm pretty sure there's nothing after the end credits, but I'm honestly going to ask that you stay because you get to hear Jennifer Lawrence sing that song that she sang to Rue when she died in the first movie. It was really good. But all in all, I'm going to give Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2 a B+. And it just didn't feel like a big blockbuster. I mean, I love the Hunger Games. I do. 2 was still my favorite just because of the arena and all the different stuff they explored with, and I thought it was really good. But Mockingjay Part 2, if I had to say in order, I'd have to say the first one. Actually, okay, no. Second one, first one, I don't know, maybe Mockingjay Part 2 and 1 and 2 were tied. But yeah, all in all, it's a good movie. You will not be disappointed. But, you know, the books are still good. But, guys, this has been another episode of Phenomenal Views. Put in the comments below if you have seen Mockingjay Part 2 or all the Hunger Games. Tell me in the comments below, what is your favorite Hunger Games movie? Which one is your favorite part out of these two? What's your favorite Hunger Games book? What's your favorite Hunger Games character? Which one is your favorite arena? I want to know. Guys, thank you for watching this video, and if you want to make this channel grow, hit that like button, and if you're upside down, it's this one. Guys, have a good day, and have a Merry Christmas. I know that isn't anything. That's like a Christmas song. Have a good day, guys.